Hello everybody, today I'm going to do a review on the Body Shop All-in-One BB Cream. It looks like this, and this is shade number 1. I went in and got colour matched, and there's 3 shades. There's one, I think it just goes 1, 2 and 3 I think, and they get darker, so 1's the lightest, then 2 is like the medium one, and then 3 is the darkest one. Colour matched, and the lady did say that almost everybody is shade number 1, but obviously go and get colour matched before you buy this. So in here is 25 mils or 0.85 US fluid ounces, and the price is £12. I've got my little list down here so I remember to say everything. So £12 and you get 25 mil. It's not, I don't think that's too much. I think if it works and it does what it says it does and you like the product, then I don't think £12 too much to spend. Obviously it's not tested on animals because it's from the Body Shop, so obviously that's why I have it, so that's another pro for me. So I'll actually show you it. It's just like a squeezy tube, so you just take, it's literally just like a squeezy tube, so it's got no pump or anything, it's just squeezy. And it might look a bit weird because the actual product is white, but I don't know how much you're going to be able to see of this. In the product, I don't know if it's going to show, if it's going to show up on camera, but there's actually like just little brown like particles in there, and it is them that match the skin tone. So it goes on white and it then matches to your skin tone, it matches to the face once you've put it on. And the way the lady explained it to me is that when you're blending it in, the little like particles in there burst, and that's what gives it the colour. So a little bit technical, but as you can see, as I'm rubbing it in, you can see it's starting to go brown, and you rub in and it matches. You can see I'm rubbing in, it's starting to change colour, and it just matches your skin tone. So as you can see, it looks like that, and you just keep rubbing and you just keep blending it, and it gradually blends in, as you can see, and matches your skin tone. So as you can see there, that's now it all blended in, and you can see a little bit of coverage difference there. So I am actually wearing this now. On the website it says that it gives light to medium coverage. I don't think it gives medium coverage at all. I think it gives light coverage, but not super light, but then it doesn't give a lot. So it's more of like, the reason I use it is it's more to even my skin tone out. That's the reason I use it, because sometimes if I've got like very red and blotchy skin, and if I've like washed my face in the morning, it gets like, it goes quite red, my face, and it takes a long time to settle down. So if I'm then going out and I don't feel comfortable with how my skin looks, I wanted something to put on, that's why I chose this. I was like, I don't want to put a full face of foundation on and makeup and everything, so that was my reason for choosing this. I would more than coverage, I think it more just evens your skin tone out. So if you've got lots of like areas you want to conceal and you want to hide and things like that, this isn't going to be the product. You are going to need to use a concealer. If you use this, you will need to use a concealer over it. So I have actually got this on now, and you can still see obviously my acne scars on my face, I haven't put any concealer on because I just wanted to show you the coverage this gives just on its own. And I haven't got any powder on. I didn't put a primer on either, because I find with this, sometimes I do put a primer on, sometimes I don't. I didn't put one on today just because I didn't feel like it. I just wanted something to even out my skin tone, something light on my face, so I just put this on its own. So as you can still see my scars, but I think it has covered them slightly, obviously, because you've put something over them, but you can still obviously see them. So I use this just to even out my skin tone. That's all I use it for. I don't use it for coverage or anything like that. So I'll go on to like the pros and cons of this. The pros is I really like the packaging. It's just a simple squeezy silver tube you can easily just throw in your bag and take with you. Easy for travel. I just think that's just goes without saying, really. It's just a nice little tube. I find that it blends really well. I've used it with a stippling brush, a foundation brush, and also my fingers. I find it works best with a foundation brush because I know obviously everybody's got hair on their face, but I'm not like really hairy on my face, but round like my jaw line of things, I've got really fair hair, but it's not like, it's not long or anything. I'm not growing a beard, don't worry, but it's just like really fair hair, just like everyone else has got. But because it's so fair, if I put foundation on, obviously if it's a different colour, so there's like ways that work better for me to put foundation on than they might be better for somebody else. So for me, using a foundation brush is better for me because I can put it on and blend it all in without disturbing the hairs too much, if that makes sense. Otherwise they end up really standing out where I've like stippled the foundation on, if that makes sense. Made sense to me, I hope it makes sense to you. Yeah, so I find it best to use a foundation brush for this, and the foundation brush I use is the Body Shop one, and I just use that all the time for every foundation because I think it's a brilliant foundation brush. So yeah, I also find this is quite moisturising as well. It's not dried my skin out or anything like that. I do have obviously acne prone skin. I don't have oily skin. I have more, it's more on the dry side than it is oily, so it hasn't dried out my skin at all, so it's quite moisturising. I find that it is long wearing, but I read some of the reviews on Makeup Alley as well, and a lot of people said they didn't find it long wearing in hot weather. So I don't obviously know about that because I live in England, and as I'm sure a lot of people know, England isn't known for its famous hot weather. So it has been absolutely freezing recently. I think we had like 1 week where it was a bit warm, and that's all we've had. We've had snow and everything. It's been freezing. So I've not tried this in hot weather. Because I find it quite moisturising, in the hot weather maybe it wouldn't be as long lasting as it is in the cold weather, because if you get hot and you sweat, then it obviously, I don't think it is gonna maybe hold up as much as in normal weather, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think in cold weather this is really good. In hot weather, maybe not so sure. If anyone lives in a different country where there is hot weather and has tried this, then let me know. So the cons of this is, it is called All-in-One. I don't know if is that showing? All-in-One, but it doesn't have any sunscreen in it. So I'm kind of thinking that it's not all-in-one, because like, I like my foundations and stuff to have just a little tiny bit of SPF, but this doesn't. So I think maybe that is a con to it, that it doesn't have it in. But some people don't like them to have SPF in, because I know if they take pictures it can come out shiny. So it depends whether that's a pro or con for what people prefer. As I say, the hot weather, I don't know whether that would work, because it's quite moisturising. Maybe that's a con, that it doesn't work in hot countries. But I'm highly doubt that in England I'm going to find out much if it works in hot weather. So yeah, and also, as I say, a con is the coverage to it. But then I think that it's a BB cream. It's not going to give you completely full coverage, is it? I don't feel that's not what I think should be in a BB cream. I think that if it evens out the skin tone, that's more what I think a BB cream should be. I just think if you want something that's got good coverage, then just use a foundation. Why would you want to use a BB cream? That doesn't make sense to me. So I think if you want something like a full face of makeup with foundation and concealer, just use the foundation you like using. You don't use a BB cream, because I don't think that's kind of what it's for, if that makes sense. I think that it is just good to even out your skin tone and just make you look a bit more healthy and glowy. But that's just my opinion on BB creams. Like, let me know if you feel that they should cover everything. But I just see this more as like a tinted moisturiser, and previously I've used tinted moisturisers and they don't give a lot of coverage because they're just a tinted moisturiser, so they're not going to give loads of coverage. If I wanted that, I would just put my face of foundation on. So yeah, so some people might think that's a con, that it doesn't give good coverage, but I think that it's fair enough. As long as it evens out my skin tone, covers up a little bit, then I'm a happy girl. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say about it, really. I do really like this. I think this is really good. I would definitely repurchase it when I run out of it. So I've got really itchy hand. If you can hear that scratching, that's me. My eczema's come up really bad recently. I don't know if it's the cold weather or something, but it's come up really bad on my arms. But anyway, that was digressing from the product. Yes, I do actually think this is a good product, and if someone wants it just to even out skin tone, just make your skin look a bit glowy, a little bit healthier, then I definitely think this is a good product. And you can throw it in your purse, your bag or anything, just take with you if you need to do any touch-ups. So yeah, I just think this is a really good little product and I would highly recommend it. So let me know, has anyone else tried that? And let me know your views, see what you think of it, and if you agree with what I've said about it, or if you think no, it's a rubbish product, let me know why. But yeah, so I think I've mentioned everything on my list. Yes, I have. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!